guys, I'm Diane and this is Narrow Dreams. We're on our way to Burton-on-Trent this morning. We're going to Mercia Marina and Barton Terns Marina. We're going to have a look at what boats are available for sale and what sort of prices they're looking at. It's alright looking on the internet, but you know, better to sort of see them in person. We're not looking today to be putting an offer on anything yet, but we are well underway with getting the house sorted. We've put 2 new floors down, we've done a bit of plastering, we've decorated 2 rooms, doing another one tomorrow, so you know, things are moving along. We are looking to get a boat and be living on it sort of early next year, but you never know, things might move a bit faster and it might be quicker than that. So we're just going to have a look around and, as I say, see what's available. So we'll do a bit of filming there and just, you know, see what's on offer. So here we are at Mercia. We're going to sort of have a look around at the boats for sale, but I think the first stop has to be the cafe for a cup of coffee after a 2-hour drive. So as we look around the marina, there are all the boats, and this is the cafe, and as they do such a fantastic breakfast, we thought it would be rude not to. So as you can see, we did. Okay, so we are wandering down to the boats that are for sale. There they all are, all lined up. And we'll just see what's currently available and if it's likely we'll ever be able to afford one. Hopefully once we get the house sold that won't be a problem, but let's have a look what they've got at the minute. Okay, so this is not one that we would be interested in anyway, because this is a wide beam, currently up for sale for 86,000. I'm not really gonna bother looking at the specs for that, because as I say, we're not looking at a wide beam, but there are a few, well, there are quite a few that we maybe would be interested in. So I'll just have a look round, and if there's anything that sort of grabs our eye, then you know, we'll sort of say what it is that we like about that. So as you can see, we're at the boat display area. There's always several boats here for sale. You can look at them on the internet, but it's, as I said earlier, it's much nicer to go and actually see them. So they're all lined up along the front edge as you go into the marina, and we're going to wander down and have a look at them all. So there are 2 boats here that are quite nice. This is Troubadour. It's got a crash cover on the front. Paintwork looks quite nice. A little bit old-fashioned inside, probably need a little bit of titivating up, but it's got some solar panels on the roof. It's obviously got the stove near the door, because I can see the stovepipe there, and it is a trad stern, which is not really what we're looking for, but it wouldn't be any good for us anyway, because it's only a 46 footer. We're looking for at least 50 foot, hopefully 57. This one also looks like a trad stern. It's a lot longer than the jetty, so I can't go to the end, but again, this one is not what we're looking for, because it's 70 foot. We don't want something that long, because we want something that we can do any of the network on, and at 70 foot it wouldn't fit in some of the locks. But again, quite a nice looking boat. Now this one here, I have no idea. The other 2 were quite affordable. They were both actually under £40,000. This one's obviously a semi-trad. Let's have a look, and there's the next one to it is a cruiser stern, but I've no idea how much these are. They look in very good condition. So yeah, that's obviously a new one. 85,000, a little bit out of our price range, unfortunately. And this one is 67, perfect length, 57 foot. Not a perfect price, I'm afraid. So they're definitely ruled out of the equation. This one also looks like a new one, cruiser stern. That's got a really nice big area out on the well deck. Obviously that perhaps reduces the size that you've got inside, but let's have a look. Oh look, it's even got Rosie and Jim in there. A little bit faded, but there you go. How lovely. Right, so let's have a look at F and Earn. Oh, not a bad price, but it's 49,000. Obviously that's the asking price, but again it's 63 foot. That's a little bit longer than we would like. Again, it looks as if we'd sort of have to change that to our taste anyway, but at 63 foot it's just too long. It's not what we're looking for. Do like the box on top though for a bit of storage. That's quite a good idea. The one next to it, as I thought, is a new boat, and again that's 90,000. Absolutely amazing. Would love it. Can't afford to spend that much money. This one definitely looks as if it needs a little bit of attention. Looks a little bit sad actually. But let's have a look. So I'm guessing this is not a very new one at all. It looks quite old really, and very brown. But of course that could be changed, but I think it's maybe a little bit too old. 56 foot, good size, but it's quite old. It's a 1993. I suppose it's not that bad, but it would need a lot of updating if we were to think of something like that. And it looks as if there's quite a bit of rust on it, and you know, it'd need some obviously grinding back and really giving some attention to. Another one next to us that's well, I think the next few are all brand new wide beams, so we're not going to bother looking at that because that's just well, it's just cruel, isn't it? Okay, so there's another one here. Now Neil had said all along that he doesn't want a trad stern. Oh, this is called Wild Thing. 52 foot, so that's okay. Price is about right, so that doesn't look bad at all. There's no pictures of the inside. I'm not going to look inside because that's just tempting fate too much really, when you can't afford to put an offer in on it. But on looking at this one, Neil's sort of said, well, I'm not sure, we maybe could have a trad stern if the right one came along. So basically I think, you know, it'll just depend what's available early next year when we've got the house up for sale, and we're ready to start looking and putting offers in, because you know, we will sell the house by auction so that we'll know exactly when it's going and what our time frame is. So you never know, we could end up with anything now by the sound of this. His reason for not wanting a trad stern is that he'd be stuck at the back of the boat on his own all the time because there wouldn't be room for me to sit there with him. But maybe he's decided me sitting with him's not such a good idea after all, who knows. There's usually a few more for sale down here, so we'll have a look at these. but they're not all for sale, so you need to have a look and see which ones are. Go with the flower was for sale last time we came, but I don't know if it still is. No, there's no for sale sign. That's maybe gone now, but still at Mercia. They are building a whole new shopping area here, so I'm not sure when that's due to be ready, but there is a lot of shops, cafes and things at Mercia. We really do like this. It's just not in the right area for us to moor at the minute, but maybe one day we'll be able to moor up here. So it doesn't look as if there's actually any for sale here. There's the mug tug over there where people can come and decorate pottery and things, and obviously lots of boats moored, so we'll just have a wander around and have a look. So we're now at Barton Terns Marina. We're just wandering down to the office to see if they've got any boats for sale at the minute. Just showing you around the marina, waterfront pub, which is very nice. So we'll just have a look what they might have here. So unfortunately they didn't have any boats for sale at Barton Terns, but we thought, well, we'll have a wander around and have a look. So this is the entrance in, views down the canal. It's quite a lovely area. It is quite noisy from the road though, but very pretty, and as you can see the leaves are turning colour. So this is the view of the marina from the top of that bridge that you saw. It's quite a large marina. It's not as big as Mercia, but I just love this boat with the sea scenes down the side. And this is the view from the cafe, so we thought we'd better partake and just have a bit of afternoon tea, as you do. And then we went to Shobnall Marina, which is a very small marina, still in the Burton-on-Trent area. And this is the outside of it, so if you were approaching by boat, this is the way you'd come, and there's an entrance way. You go through that bridge, and there's a rather nice painted sign underneath, so we thought we'd go down. So this is as you're walking in from the canal edge. This is not the way you drive in, but if you're coming from the boat, this is the way you'd walk in. So this is the cafe and chandlery, only a small one, but you know, it does the job, sort of thing. Some really nice boats moored here, not many that look in need of a lot of attention, to be honest. And it's a nice quiet area, only very small, so we did quite like this one actually, but again, no boats for sale, so time to move on. We're at Nationwide Narrowboats in Thorn now. There's a few for sale here, and one that I thought was actually under offer, because that's what it says on the website. Apparently he's been having a bit of trouble. It might not be sold after all, because they don't seem to have come back when they said they were coming back, so you never know. So there's a few here that are for sale. To be honest, this is probably where we will end up getting one from, because he does have quite a few decent boats for sale and very good prices, and it's about probably 10 minutes away from where we're considering getting a mooring, so it would be pretty handy all in all, really. So this is the last boat we looked at. It's actually at a marina just up the road from the one we looked at last, and this is a boat we quite liked. It did need a bit of updating, I think most would, but we did quite like this one because it had an extra bedroom, which would be quite handy. So we're heading home after a nice day out wandering around marinas. Unfortunately, there was only Murcia that had any boats for sale, and as you saw, not really what we were looking for, but it's still nice to know what's out there, what's available, what sort of prices they're asking. The other two marinas, well, you know, they didn't have any boats for sale, but it's always nice to look around, so it just adds to the day. There may not be, there'll be more videos over the next few months, but they may not be weekly because we're actually going to concentrate on trying to get the house ready for sale now. And then obviously, you know, when we get a boat, then there will be one weekly again. So if you've enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to be notified of new videos that are coming up, subscribe to the channel. It's free, it just is so you can be notified when there's new content on the channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.